Assalamualaikum. My name is RAZIF and welcome to Chapter 1, The Introduction. Now, this chapter explores the significance of business research, a critical tool used by organizations to analyze market complexities, make informed decisions, and maintain competitiveness. Now, we also distinguish between applied research, which addresses business problems, and basic research, which develops theoretical models. Now, through this, we understand the value of rigorous research in shaping practical business strategies. In Malaysia, the rapid growth of e-commerce has unfortunately led to a rise in cyber scams. This chapter examines the increasing prevalence of scams such as phishing and fraudulent transactions in the Malaysian e-commerce space. It highlights the negative impact these scams have on consumers, businesses, and the overall digital economy, while also emphasizing the need for heightened awareness and security measures to address these risks. This research focuses on the interplay between consumer awareness, experience, and trust, and their effect on online purchasing behavior. The chapter highlights the growing concerns consumers face when shopping online, from phishing schemes to fake websites. We aim to investigate how consumer awareness of these risks influences their online shopping habits and how trust in platforms can either mitigate or amplify these challenges. To conclude, Chapter 1 sets the foundation for understanding the importance of investigating cyber scams in Malaysia's e-commerce sector. The research aims to provide valuable insights into how consumers' awareness, experiences, and trust shape their online purchasing behavior. The findings will guide businesses, policymakers, and cybersecurity experts in improving the security and trustworthiness of e-commerce platforms.
So next, I will present about the literature review for the independent variable and dependent variable. So first, I will explain the literature review of the dependent variable, which is the online purchasing behavior. So according to the first researcher, consumers' online buying decisions are influenced by perceived threats, data protection standards, and information privacy practice. This is because consumers value platforms that prioritize user privacy, provide clear terms on data usage, and allow control over personal information. So the second researcher stated that after encountering unwanted online experience, consumers adopt longer-term behavioral modification through increased caution during shopping. So as a result, they may take more time to research and verify before making purchase. And according to the third researcher, a strong trust between consumers and online platforms lead to increased behavioral intention for e-commerce usage. And this is because trustworthy platforms encourage repeat purchase as consumers feel secure of consistent quality and reliability. Next is the literature review of the independent variable. So there are three independent variables, which are awareness, experience, and trust. For IV1, the awareness, the researchers stated that students at UiTM Terengganu were highly aware of cybercrime threats, particularly when buying on social media platforms. For IV2, the experience, so many victims reported receiving counterfeit or no products after transaction, leading to a significant financial loss and dissatisfaction with online shopping platforms. So lastly, for IV3, trust, the fundamental online purchasing behavior is trust, which is the conviction that the other person will behave favorably and won't harm you. So overall, these variables collectively shapes consumers' online shopping decision and their level of engagement with e-commerce platform. Next is the research framework and hypothesis. So the research framework shown establish the fundamental structure to direct research activities. A systematic framework directs researchers to apply the proper methodology while selecting optimal data collection methods. So the research has found that consumer awareness, experience, and trust are independent factors affecting online purchasing behavior. So from the research framework, there are three hypotheses related between independent variable and dependent variable. So for the first hypothesis is there is a relationship between consumer awareness and online purchasing behavior among Malaysian consumers. Second, there is a relationship between consumer experience and online purchasing behavior among Malaysian consumers. And lastly, the third hypothesis, there is a relationship between consumer trust and online purchasing behavior among Malaysian consumers. So overall, these hypotheses aim to explore how awareness, experience and trust collectively shape the online purchasing behavior among Malaysian consumers.
Hello everyone, I'm Daniel BASRI. Today I will present chapter 3, which focus on the research methodology of our study. Our method, we use a quantitative method for this research. Data was collected through survey distributed to 105 respondents. These surveys focused on online purchasing behavior and experience with cyber scams. The data were analyzed using SPSS to identify patterns and relationships between variables like trust, awareness, and behavior. The quantitative approach was chosen because it allowed us to collect numerical data that can be analyzed statistically, ensuring accurate and reliable results. Respondent. Our study involved 105 respondents from various age groups. 19 to 24 years, 8.6%. 25 to 34 years, 35.2%. 35 to 44 years, 36.2%. 45 to 54 years, 12.4%. 55 and above, 6.7%. Below 18, just 1%. We selected this diverse group to capture different perspectives on online purchasing behavior and the impact of cyber scams. That's all for me. Thank you for your listening.
Assalamualaikum. I will present about data analysis. The table in the image summarizes a reliability analysis using Chromebacks Alpha for different variables in a study related to online purchasing behavior. Here's a detailed explanation. First is DV, online purchasing behavior. Chromebacks Alpha is 0.704, number of items 2. The reliability score is above the accepted threshold of 0.7, indicating that the items measuring this variable have adequate internal consistency. Next is IV1, consumer awareness. Chromebacks Alpha is 0.764, number of items 4. This variable has good reliability since the value exceeds 0.7, showing consistent responses across the 4 items. Next is IV2, consumer experience. Chromebacks Alpha for this IV is 0.915, numbers of items is 5. With a very high reliability score, this variable shows excellent internal consistency among the 5 items used to measure it. Next, last but not least is IV3, trust. Chromebacks Alpha is 0.933, number of items is 5. This is the most reliable variable in the table, indicating a very high level of internal consistency among the 5 items. Next is descriptive statistic. You can see that there is mean, standard deviation, skewness and kurtosis.
Now welcome to chapter 5, and we're going to talk about the conclusion and also our recommendations. Now in this chapter, we summarize the findings from our study on the impact of cyber scams on online purchasing behavior in Malaysia's e-commerce sector. Now, as cyber scams continue to rise, consumer behavior is significantly influenced by factors like consumer awareness, experience, and trust. Now, we explore how these factors shape the way consumers make online purchases and their susceptibility to scams. Now, the data analysis in this study was conducted using the SPSS version 29, applying descriptive, correlation, and regression analysis. Now, through these methods, we gain key insights into consumer behavior towards cyber scams. The analysis provided a clearer understanding of how consumer awareness, experience, and trust relate their purchasing decisions and their exposure to online fraud. Our key statistical findings revealed that consumer experience is the strongest predictor of online purchasing behavior, now followed by consumer trust. However, the consumer awareness was found to have a weaker influence on purchasing decisions. Now, these findings highlight the importance of enhancing consumer experiences and trust to protect them from cyber scams and improve online shopping behavior. In conclusion, the study emphasizes the need for stronger consumer education programs to raise awareness about cyber scams. Now, additionally, businesses and policymakers must improve fraud prevention strategies to build customer trust. Now, by focusing on these areas, e-commerce platforms can foster safer, more reliable shopping environments, ultimately boosting consumer confidence and participation in the digital marketplace.